So we are having the last group of the Innovation Challenge of this year. Is the one by Inflight VR and Airbus BizLab. And the name of the challenge is VR experiences for in-flight entertainment. So go ahead, guys.
Hi, I'm Elena. I'm one of the mentors from Inflight VR. So what we do is that we bring virtual reality as an in-flight entertainment solution in airplanes for passengers that are bored of their long flights and they feel uncomfortable from the constrained space they have inside the cabin. And this year we were part of the, we partnered with Airbus and we were part of the acceleration program that is called the Airbus BizLab. And together we bring this challenge to the Sonar Innovation Challenge, where we asked the creators to come up with creative ideas that creative virtual reality application that could be part of our solution potentially, and that considers all the in-flight specifications when we create for VR. So I will pass it on to Nadia that will explain what the idea that they came up and they implemented is about.
Sorry, we're having a bit of technical difficulties with the PowerPoint because we're going to try to do a live demo afterwards with Oculus. So, well, I think we're kind of a different team because we didn't necessarily have to do something related to music. Nevertheless, we did. Being in the Sonar context, that kind of inspired us to make a virtual reality music app. So, we designed this app specifically for being as a passenger in a flight, right? So that means that has a lot of limitations and a lot of constraints. And I don't know if we can have the PowerPoint. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, basically, we designed this application considering a lot of specific aspects. So first of all, our app is VR specific, which means that it's like specifically designed for VR. So like out of VR, it wouldn't really have any meaningful context. Like if it was like a 2D app, it wouldn't work. And if it was like just a flat interface, it wouldn't make any sense. So we designed something that used the third dimension for this experience to make it like richer. Yeah, sorry, I don't have the reference right now, so I can't remember what we were going to talk about. Yeah, no, it's not that. It was in the downloads. Can you make that large? Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, yeah, so go to that one. Yeah, okay, VR specific. It's designed specifically for being a passenger in a flight, so that means that, we have certain constraints. We also made something very easy and pleasant and entertaining, and you don't have to be a musician, you don't have to be familiar with music production in order to use it. And we also thought it was really nice to have some like sort of virtual, tangible, not completely tangible because you're never touching something, but you're virtually touching something. That's our type of interaction, using like objects. So people can actually grab the things in VR and move them around. And that kind of was interesting and more engaging than having normal gaze controls and cursors like conventional VR applications. And we also thought that it was really nice to have a self-explanatory and intuitive gestures and interaction. So like I said, we also had definitely had a couple of constraints and limitations, basically limited physical space. In VR, it's really nice to have like fun and playful and active applications and games, but in this application we couldn't do that because you have passengers next to you, so you can't just like fling your arm out or you're gonna hit somebody. We also had to deal with the fact that there's not a large, there's very low or like no internet connection, and we have low storage on a flight. And it's also really hard to design something and prototype something when you're considering a huge and a very broad target, which is basically everybody who would go on a plane. So we'd like to show you a small demo. We'll see if that goes okay, and if it doesn't go okay, we've got a short video. We prototyped using Unity, and we're using the Oculus Rift and a Leap Motion sensor, which tracks the hands. So if this works, you'll see what Dario was seeing right now in virtual reality, maybe? No? It's not working? Now, okay, great. So this is our interface. It started on that side. That's fine. So we basically created a sequencer, okay? So, right, this is really hard about live demo. This is the hard part about live demos, but it looks like it's working now. So as you can see, the hands are being tracked pretty precisely. And then we made an interface, which is on the hand. So Dario now is creating a sound. He just threw it away because he didn't like it. And he's adding the sounds now to the interface, to the sequencer. So each object represents a different sound. And as you can see, the sequencer lights up and is going through all the beats. So he's kind of creating his own pattern here right now. And now, what we wanted to also is see if the users could manipulate the sound. And so if you have a sort of edit mode, so you can grab your own sound and put it down on this little plinth that we have at the bottom. Now he's changing the speed, the BPM. And yeah, why don't you put one down on the plinth again? Yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of hard. Maybe got stuck. So yeah, basically if you edit the sound on the plinth like you did before, you could pinch it to edit its some parameters from that sound, for example the pitch, and also maybe the volume, like that. So then the user could customize each sound. So this ideally we'd have different parameters depending on which sound it is, which type of sound. Not all sounds would have the same parameters. But yeah, that's basically our demo, right? Okay. So to wrap it up, Gerard is just going to tell us about some conclusions that we came to, because we did a ton of user testing actually. A cool thing about being at the challenge is working in an open space is that people just come by and they see you with this VR, touching things in space, and they're like, okay, I want to try that. So we're like, okay, then let's just user test things. So here are the results.
Perfect. As Nadia said, we have tested this interface with users in order to validate it. You can see in the screen some of the profile, but more important, the results of this user test. We have a score 4.2 out of 5 in a Likert scale, and all the users will use it in a flight experience, will recommend it to users, and will expect to share it with her friends or also with other passengers of the flight. If we enter in details in our experience, what users appreciate the most is the tactile music interaction and also the possibility of editing sounds. However, some of the things that they didn't like was having this limited experience and also the first learning curve in order to understand all the interactions. This valuable feedback has given us the roadmap in order to grow, because we believe that this is the first step to a powerful tool for tangible music creation. We are planning to add more functionalities, such as cloning sounds, multi-user creation, and also sharing the experience with other people. Also, using Inflight software, we want to create new sounds depending on the place of the world that users are. This way, users can have unique sounds depending on they are traveling. So we encourage you to come out our stand and test our demo, and also start creating music with this new experience. Thank you very much for listening to us.